So hello, my name is Martin House. I'm here at Eden Valley Woodland Burial Ground, and today I'm going to show you how to hand dig a grave. So I've marked out the grave earlier, and I've done that with some stretchy string, and it's just wrapped around these hooks in the ground, which are actually just tent pegs. It's 4 inches bigger than the actual coffin, so that we have plenty of space for the coffin to fit in. And then I've set out some wooden boards to the side, so the soil from here will be going onto the boards here. And to do that, I'll be using 3 different types of spades. So I've got my cutting spade. This is the first spade that I'll be using. There's a really nice sharp edge to it like that. And so I use this to cut out the shape of the grave like that, which I'll be doing soon. And then I also use that to then get really nice straight sides on the grave and also a nice finished bottom to it as well. And then use my nice ergonomic digging spade to get the majority of the stuff out. So it has a nice curve in it, it's nice and tall as well, so it saves pressure on the back. And then the loose stuff we can take out with the nice shovel. And that has a nice flat bottom to it as well, so you can really run it along the bottom of the grave to get the stuff out. So it's nice and easy. And there will come a point where I have a lot of soil on the boards, and I'll be needing to put some of that in the barrow and take that away. And that's how we'll do it. So I'm going to start on the actual marking out now, the cutting of the grave. So that's just following the string round with the sharp spade. Keep it on the outer edge of the string. Don't want to go on the inside of it, because then you're losing the actual width of your grave. And you don't want your grave being too small, rather it's too big as opposed to too small. So that's it cut out, so that's all done. The next step is to take the string off. And then we just take the pegs out. So there. So now I'm going to go into the actual digging phase. I'm going to use the digging spade, the main digging spade. So I'm going to start at the foot end. It's the narrowest end, so it's the easiest end to start. So I'll be going down to spade depth, so really whacking the spade in. So it's about, each spade depth is about a foot, so I'll be going, the dig should take 3 spade depths to do roughly. So we'll start taking out. Whacking onto the boards straight away. Getting a good spade is ideal. Like this one, which is nice and long. So that does save with the bend a bit. But really it's about sort of the technique of how you do it. So I swap sides as I'm doing it. So that was with my left foot, and then I like to swap and then bang it with my right foot on top of the spade, and then swapping the side of your body as well, from either coming in at that angle or coming at that angle, and it just spreads the load across the back, so you're not building up one side of muscle on one side of your body and not the other side, which in the long run can do you in a bit. And also as well, when you are digging, is to not be crazy with the amount of stuff you're putting on your shovel, because it's very easy just to get tempted and sort of take massive wedges out like that, which, I mean, you can do, but it's not gonna, in the long run, it's not a good idea. You just want a decent amount on your spade, but not crazy amounts. One obvious thing, well, it's not obvious. I didn't always do at the start, is to make sure when you're putting your soil on your boards, is to actually make sure you're putting it towards the back, because this pile will get very big, and if you whack it all down at the front, you'll have like a great big pile in front of you and loads of space at the back. It'll be hard to get the soil onto the back with a big pile of soil in front. So at the beginning, put it towards the back of your boards, and it makes it easier later on. I suppose, let's just say, this is the best time of year to be digging, in my opinion, because it's spring, it's nice and cool. The ground is soft but not saturated with water, which it sometimes can get in winter, but it's not baked hard like it can do in summer. That's the top taken off roughly, and now we've got to get the lot of loose now, so we've got to get the loose out. So I keep using this for a bit, and then use the shovel for a lot of the loose as well. We'll get rid of that. And you don't want to start, again, stuff sounds obvious, but you don't want to stand on the loose that you've dug out, then you just compact it again. So move the loose from underneath your feet, so that you're standing on stuff that you haven't dug yet, otherwise you're just making it a bit harder for yourself. So I've taken out most of the soil from the first level with the main spade, and now it's time to tidy up the edge with the sharp spade. We've got some roots here that we're going to have to go through with this and just make it perfect. So it's just looking, this is a bit where you need a good eye, you just need to look down above and then just cut straight down. That, and looking at it like, yep, that's straight. So all looks nice and tidy through those. Good. That's the first layer done. So we've done our first layer, we've done our first spade depth, so we're just going to repeat that process now. Same tools, same technique. The only real difference that we'll have now is a change in the soil structure. The first layer was topsoil, so nice and crumbly, and then we'll start coming into really thick, dense Kentish clay, which it'll be a colour change as well, sort of a yellowy, mustardy colour. But it's just to repeat the process. So I'll start digging again. And see the colour change there, topsoil colour there, and then coming through to that clay colour. So we're talking sort of a couple of foot down there. You see the change in it. Very nice Kentish clay. The reason we hand dig it is, there's a couple of reasons really. You've got practical reasons. I don't have to buy a digger, which quite expensive. I don't have to, if I bought a digger, I'd have to keep it somewhere, maintain it. And if you use a digger, you've got, the ground is quite firm now, but in the winter the ground is very soft and it'll leave tracks everywhere. It just look terrible. Whereas hand digging, obviously it's just my footprints, so it's much softer around the grave. I'm not compacting the earth anymore. I'm not treading on any. I'm not squashing any wildlife with big heavy machinery. It's a lighter impact, and also and you've got the aesthetics of it. I don't think people want to see a diesel digger spurting out all its diesel and making a load of noise when they're coming up to visit someone who's buried here. It looks much more gentle, it's quiet. And for me, I actually quite like it. Digging a hole, it's a pretty simple pleasure, but it's not the worst way to spend your day. So getting to the end of the main bit of digging for the second level, and at this stage it's just sort of helpful to stand out the grave, because there's not much to stand on inside the grave, and then just coming off the side. And this is where having a long spade is very helpful. So, time to take out the loose again now. Same as I did before. Simple stuff. Although where there's bigger chunks, it's easier to use your hands sometimes. Especially when you're getting down to the thicker clay. So move that loose forward again, so you're not compacting it in as I did before. Really boot that forward. This is where actually you do need a good pair of boots as well. Because you want to be able to boot stuff forward like that. Now I can get into it. And it's a good idea always to try and keep this bit between the grave and the board there, keep that clear from soil, because we will have to, when this is done, we'll put some planks alongside, so you need to keep space for the wooden plank to come down here, which is all to do with the lowering later on. So that is the second stage done. So it's having a measure up now, and yep, at 2 foot, which is just where I want it. So we've got another foot to go, well, foot 14 inches or so to go to get to the grave depth. So digging again, obviously, same tools, same technique, but I'm going to move most of the soil that comes out from now. I'm going to put in the wheelbarrow, and then we'll lose that elsewhere, because when it comes to filling the grave in, not all the soil that comes out will go back in. Roughly about 60% of the soil that you dig out will go back in and fill the hole. So there's quite a bit of leftover soil. So it's easiest to put it in a barrow and move it away straight away. Okay, so nearly there. Just got the last bits to shave off. I'm just going to check the depth. Let's have a look. Yep, 3 foot. So yeah, just a touch over 3 foot. So that's perfect. And now, just doing the last slice in the corner, which is a nice, satisfying slice at the end. And final straighten up. And then this is last bit done. Yeah, and that's how you dig a grave.